Hi all, we'll go ahead with new topic, that is alarm API. Okay, so this API which help us to use as a something as a signal automatically kernel will send to a process. Okay, so here process itself will tell the kernel as after some time you have send the signal. Okay, so this is alarm signal. So what it will do is here alarm signal. Okay, so we have the sig ALRM. Okay, so this signal will be sent after some real clock second. Okay, so what is real clock second is nothing but in your system you will be having the clock. Okay, so that's normally we say as the real clock. That clock after some seconds, whenever it will get expired, so then this signal will be sent by the alarm to the process whichever is calling this alarm API. So here this is the syntax, that is return type is unsigned int. Okay, and it takes a one argument, that is unsigned int, is a time interval. So after how many seconds this signal has to be sent to the process by kernel will mention here. Okay, that's a time interval will mention it. Okay, just we'll see one example. So here in this example we're using alarm API. Okay, so which will be used as a sleep. Okay, there's nothing but a process want to sleep for some time. Okay, so or some task is there, because of that it want to sleep for some time. So after some time it has to wake up automatically. Okay, so it is something but kernel will awake the process which you are calling the sleep. Okay, so here sleep one API, this is also a API only, sleep API. So internally it's using the alarm API. Okay, so here I have a wake up, that's a handler. Okay, so whenever you will get the sig alarm signal, that time on handler we have to execute. So this handler is wake up we are giving. So in this we are not taking any parameter also, and we are not doing any task also. Okay, so just immediately we are coming out of this one. This is a wake up handler, we are not doing any task in that. Okay, so here sleep API, so what it will do is it will take a timer from the user how many seconds it has to sleep. Okay, so what we are doing is a struct sig action. Okay, so for that one variable we are creating, that is action variable. So and that variable we are assigning the handler flag. Okay, and that mask we are making as a resetting the mask. Okay, so by default maybe anything will be there garbage value, so that we are resetting by sig empty set. Okay, so this function we are using to reset the mask, and flag we are setting as 0, handler we are setting as a wake up. Then we are registering the signal, so that is sig action. So here we are registering the signal. So this signal whenever it will come, this action has to be taken. That is nothing but this handler, the corresponding flag, and mask are empty. Okay, so this will register it. So we are calling the alarm timer. Okay, so here alarm, this is timer is a variable, this is whatever we received for the signal. So what it will do is so just it will wait for that many seconds, and in here just in this process whatever is there is just we are saying as a pause. Okay, so it's nothing but alarm, it's setting the this timer. So we are telling kernel to, okay, so as after these many seconds, okay, whatever we'll give here these many seconds, kernel has to give the signal, that is signal ALRM signal kernel will give it. Okay, so automatically this process whichever is calling sleep will receive this signal, and it will wake up. Okay, so this is nothing but it will call the internally wake up handler. So in wake up handler we are not doing anything, so again it will come out. Okay, so it will come out. So it's nothing but whenever it was paused, so because of that signal this process was uh, awake. Okay, so then if you want to do any task here you can do it. Okay, so here we're not doing anything, just we're returning it. Okay, so that's what the how signal is implemented by using alarm API. So, so this is the one of the use of alarm. So like this, we can use as a something as a interval timers also. Okay, so something, but here we are saying as a sleep function. Okay, that's a suspends a process for a fixed amount of time. So whatever we did it here in this one. Okay, so sleep function it suspends for a particular amount of time only for use of the alarm API. Okay, so not only this one we can use as a interval timer for a process also. Okay, so there's maybe some interval you have, so there's nothing but after 5 seconds you want to do some task. Okay, so whenever you will receive the signal, wait for 5 seconds, then do some kind of task. So those purpose also this interval timer will be used. Okay, so one of the example here. Okay, so what we are doing is, here is the call me, this is a command handler. Okay, so signal number we are taking it, so in that just we are doing as a alarm interval we are calling it. Okay, so like here when we had a sleep, inside sleep whatever we are calling alarm, like that just we here in this handler we are calling the alarm. Okay, so in main what we are doing is first, okay, this sig action variable we are creating it. So then we're resetting the mask. Okay, handler we are setting it, so this is the call me handler we are setting it. Then flag, that is restart. Okay, so whenever it is there, that's a flag we are setting as a restart, that's automatically it has to start uh, the process. Okay, so for that purpose we are setting as a restart. This is a handler, just we are sorry, the flag we are enabling it. Okay, then here we are registering it. So what we are registering is sig alarm, whenever signal will come perform this action, that is nothing but here this is the flag handler, that is a call me. Okay, and mask is empty. Okay, so that we are doing it. To here we are calling alarm interval. So whenever this alarm interval will come, so there is nothing but he is waiting for some time. Okay, so if you saw here, this hash defined interval 5 given is nothing but 5 seconds. It's waiting it. Okay, so whenever it will get successfully executed, so this will not be true. So it will go for else part. In else part, we have as a while loop. Okay, so this is an infinite while loop. So whenever the signal will get, it will wait for 5 seconds. Okay, so it will wait for 5 seconds here. Okay, so here just we are registering it, here also we are registering it. Okay, so in command handler we are registering it. So here it will wait for 5 seconds, then it will go for a here infinite loop. So infinite loop, whatever task you want to do it continuously, you can do it. So this is how we can use this alarm as a time interval purpose also. Okay, so like this we have one more thing. Okay, that is nothing but as a uh, set I timer. Okay, so like alarm we have one more thing, set I timer, that is also used for the same purpose. Okay, so whatever previous example we saw it, that is with respect to alarm. Okay, so here one more API we have. Okay, that is a set alarm, sorry, set I timer. So same thing we're writing same example. Okay, same example, just here we are giving the one interval differently, that is the internal time whatever is there, that will give in terms of seconds. Okay, so user with respect to user, that's a 0. Okay, and real time clock with respect to that will give us a interval, whatever interval is there. Okay, that just value we are setting it and we are giving it set time interval. Okay, so here this set time interval always takes so first one is a which. Okay, that is a first argument is a which. Okay, second argument is a I timer value. Okay, then the third also I timer value. So here this is the new value, this is old value, then this is the which. Okay, so what is which argument is nothing but here is a timer to a process. Okay, which says, specifies timer to a process. Its possible value for the corresponding timer types are, okay, so I timer underscore real. Okay, or I timer underscore virtual, or I timer underscore prof. Okay, so three things are there. So in that one we are using, that is I timer underscore real, we are using it. So this is nothing but timer based on real clock generates a alarm signal. Okay, so this means this also generates a alarm signal. So three types we have. So here this first one is that is generates a alarm signal. Second one is timer based on the user time. Okay, so here it may be a on real time or user time. Here we are saying as a on real time or user time also is there. So from that it can generate it. So from that, if you want to generate means I timer underscore virtual, you have to use it. Okay, then third one, I timer underscore perf. So this is a timer based on total user and system timer spent by a process. Okay, so it generates a signal prof signal when it is expires. So when timer will expire, that will generate it. So like this we have three things. Okay, then new value, old value, will set it. Okay, so always whenever you are setting it the first time, there is no old value, we don't have anything, so zero we given. So new value, whatever we want to perform it here, we are giving it. Okay, so here also we have one actually uh, a structure. Okay, that structure is called as a struct I timer val. Okay, so for this one variable will be created. So this old value, new value, whatever we are saying it, these are the type of this structure only. So whatever this first line we have here in main, so this is the type, these two structures. So old one we don't have, zero we given, new one we are creating it val. Okay, so here this val things we are giving it. Okay, so if you saw here val dot, okay, so interval, so it underscore interval, so it underscore val, so like that we are giving it. Okay, so these two also is related to time interval only again. So internally it's nothing but time interval and current value. Okay, so those things we are giving it. So how many time interval should be there and what is the current value, so like that we'll give it. Okay, so this is the one more few way of setting the time interval. That is here we started with respect to alarm. Here we can use as a set I timer. Okay,